Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to the eternal Father of heaven and earth. While Yahweh Shah, all praises due. All praises due. Peace and blessings to the children of Israel, um, the children of the Most High. Peace and blessings to you Gentiles as well. All praises. um, so, hold on, give me one sec, y'all. Alright, so I know y'all well first I pray that y'all had a blessed day today. And you know, while I was gone, man, I just pray that y'all have been pushing through, meditating on this word and study to show yourself approved, you know. Because we the Most High can communicate to all of us, every single last one of us, man. That's why he said he's going to pour out his spirit upon the whole earth, right? And you don't need one interpreter to, interpret the scriptures. They can help you edify, right? That's what I try to do. I try to help edify, And you have the ability to do this on your own. Study, search out the matter. All praises. And I just pray that y'all have been doing that and, building y'all strength up in this word. Because this word is our sword, and putting that full armor on daily as you battle against the wiles of the devil and evil principalities of this realm, of this materialistic world, right? And continue to fight against the flesh and continue to walk in the spirit. Today, wanted to go over something that is the most important thing ever. The most important thing, to have in your repertoire, to have within you, right? The most important thing that you can't walk away from. It's the only thing that will get you through this captivity. Well, one of the only things, but it extends from the Father, right? And I want to talk about faith. A topic that has came up multiple times, but you can never, ever, talk too much about faith. And this time is going to hit a little bit different. Because, as we grow in this truth, we gain knowledge, wisdom, understanding. When we revisit some things, it gives you a whole new light on what it's talking about. And faith is something that you have to have in this time, especially with the things that are going on. What did the Most High tell us? Through his word, right? He said these times that we're in the end times, we're not going to get no sign but Jonah in the well, right? And what did Jonah in the well, what did Jonah go do, right? Well, he went to, to the city to preach, to teach the word, to edify. Fly. And he ain't want to do it. He ain't want to do it, man. He swore down them people. Hey, they didn't deserve it. He was like, man, they don't deserve this. Why she get to get? Man, he said he knew in his heart. He's like, man, if I go here, Most High, he's he forgives, right? He's merciful. He gonna forgive them, but they don't deserve it, right? He said that in his heart, man. And that's when the Most High showed him, man, that, you know, you can't condemn anybody. Only the Father has the power to condemn, right? And you shouldn't want to, right? And you can't decide who gets in and who can't, right? We all are on this path, man, together. And the devil is trying to separate us and pick us off one by one. One by one. And Jonah, although he turned around, he did it, boy, because after he got swallowed up in that well, things wasn't looking too pretty for him. Scared the shit out of him, right? Most High, he'll do that to you sometimes. He'll put you in a position where it was literally, put fear in your soul, man. That's the fear of the Most High. That's the fear of the Father, right? Love, fear, and trembling. He'll put that in you to put you back on the right path. Because he said, it's not my will that man should perish, but have everlasting life, right? And Jonah, he went there, man, and he completed the mission, right? I say that to say this. In this time, man, we it also says that in this time will be like the times of Noah, right? You had all kind of things in the time of Noah. But the simple fact is they did not believe it until the very last minute. And it was too late. It was too late. They kept partying. They kept drinking. Kept smoking. They kept doing whatever they did, did back then. Well, it's a lot. They probably didn't smoke, but whatever, party vibes that they did, man, they did, right? They kept doing all that, right? And they didn't believe Noah, man. It's like, you loony, you crazy, man. I don't believe you. It ain't gonna happen. They kept enjoying the flesh. Until that day actually happened, it caught them off guard like a thief in the night. And it swept them away. So with those two comparisons, what am I trying to say? Well, we got these times here today. Same people, same stuff, right? Same type of energy. They drink, party, do whatever they do. Don't pay no mind to the word at all. Even the church house, it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna, and we see it, right? We see it, they don't have that faith. They don't believe. They don't fear the Most High. They don't fear the Creator. They don't, because if they did, they would be on a totally different path. And this message is going out to the ones that are just not. Yeah, you see in the world the things that go down, man. It's full of wickedness, and the Most High was right. You see it. You see that people are partying and continue to do as they do, and they're not getting no miraculous sign. Now, mind you, some people might have dreams, some people might have visions, but it's very few and little, right? And we're not getting no miraculous signs in this time period. We're not seeing people heal people, right? We're not seeing people, get healed from sicknesses, illness. We don't see that often. This society is very watered down, I should say. And it's done purposely because the government tries to hide stuff from people. So this is why the Most High said this in His Word, to warn us, man. Like, hey, you're not gonna see no signs like you read in the scriptures that happened in the past, but you can tell by the season. right? And we could tell by the season by the things that are transpiring. Matthew 24, right? Wars and rumors of war, right? And so on. So we watch and be watchmen, right? And continue to look for that type of stuff. The stuff with Donald Trump, right? And the presidency. That's a whole nother thing that I want to get into, but you know, I'm gonna stick on topic, man. But you gotta be a watchman in this time. Pay attention to the media. Pay attention to the things around you, surrounding you. Be a watchman, right? So, I want to go to my first preset, and this is kind of gonna be bouncing through some scriptures, man. But I just pray to strengthen y'all because I felt in my spirit to do that as a source thing. I was like, man, what am I gonna come back with, man? What am I gonna do, man? And the first thing that popped up in my head is faith, because it's something that like always, man. These messages, it hits me too. Like, am I having the uttermost faith, right? Well, let's get into it today, y'all, family. So let's go to Hebrews 1:1, because we're gonna talk about what faith is, right? And this is in the NLT version. Hebrews 1 slot. We're going to Hebrews 11:1. And it reads, faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. And I'm going to just dwell on that for a minute. This generation always want to see something. They got to see it to believe it. They can't never have faith. Oh, it's all about logistics, facts. It's all about records. It's all about what they can have, materialistically see. They got to see it, right? They got to have the scientific notion, the scientific breakdown, right? And that's why most scientists discredit the scriptures, man. Oh, well, faith is not a logistic thing. Like, you got to have some type of record or some type of. See, they don't have it. I'm gonna read this one more time. It says, "Faith is the confidence that that what we hope for it will actually happen." We hope for a Mashiach to come back. We hope to be transformed from the flesh into immortal, right? 1 Corinthians 15:40. Right? We hope for these things, right? Something that we never experienced, but we hope for. Something that we can't see in the physical, but we hope for. Right? And it says it gives us assurance of the things that we cannot see. The Most High, he even said he made the invisible things visible, right? What's behind, it's more behind than just the meat and the remnant, right? It's more behind that, right? Verse 2, through their faith, the people in the old days earned a good reputation. See, it got worse over time. Back then, they had the most uttermost faith. That's why they were doing the things that they done. Right? And this time you don't see that. Small remnant, right? They poison our food. Calcify our pineal glands. All I wish I said that this time our food will be as dung. Y'all know what that is? That's right? It's, So verse 3, it says, by faith we understand that the entire universe was formed at the Father's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. Right? That's why it always says Hamashiach is, and to come the image of the Father. The Spirit of the Father. No one has seen. Right? So, let me go with my next preset. It says, let's go ahead and go to James 2. Let's go there real quick. James 2, verse 14. Faith without good deeds is dead. Faith without works is dead. We all know this, right? But let's get into it one more. Let's get into it one more again, right? Verse 14. It says, "What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith, but don't show it by your actions?" What does that mean? But don't show it by your actions. Just like on the other side of the spectrum. If you let that seed of sinful act come into reality, right, to where you commit it, like sexual sin or anything like that with a woman, actual, right? It's an action that you have done and completed it, right? Because it was a seed that was within you. All right, let's flip to the other side. Faith is that seed that's within you. Remember that, right? So you got to bring it out to reality. All right. So it says, can that kind of faith save anyone? Can faith without action save anyone? Nah. So some of y'all that probably not really scriptures, in the scriptures with the, a lot. Y'all ask to yourselves or, when y'all watch this, well, what can I do to show it? What can I do to do it, right? Okay, well, verse 15 says, suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing. I'm pretty sure we all seen that before, right? And it says, and you say goodbye and have a good day. Stay warm and eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do, right? So you see somebody, you acknowledge that they're homeless, poor, don't have anything, right? This is just an example, right? And you say, how you doing? Greet them and then walk away without even helping them out, right? If you can afford it, right? It's the same thing. You got faith right here in you, and you don't commit the actions. What good does that do you, right? One of the worst is helping out the needy, the poor, right? Because you're being an example of the true living God, the Father, right? And you have faith that no matter what you go through, there's light at the end of the tunnel, because this place is not a resting place. We got treasure built up in heaven. So money means nothing. We take it consideration because we need it here and we work to eat, right? But we don't want to be millionaires, man. We don't want to be millionaires, right? So it says right here, and you say goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well, but then you don't give that person food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough. It isn't enough because you have to do the actions. You could say you this, you that all day long, but if you don't commit the actions, right? What good does that do you? Right? That's just like the church house. They say they believers, but don't even study. That's part of the works, y'all. Studying, just to grow your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, right? And you ain't got to be a guru in the scriptures. That's not what I'm saying. But at least try to know a little bit more, right? Because all it takes is Matthew 24:36-40, right? That's what it takes, right? So it says, so you see, faith by itself, verse 17, isn't enough unless it produces good deeds. It is dead and useless, right? Unless it produces good deeds, man. Treat others like you want to be treated, right? No matter how people piss you off, if you get in an argument, apologize. Be the bigger person, right? Those are the works. Be an example, walking in a godly standard, right? Those are the works. You know, what does it say? Yahweh said, love thy enemies, right? What does that mean? Well, don't treat them like they treat you. The enemy is the ones that don't believe, right? So we conduct ourselves, in a way that does not represent what they do, right? If they ask us, hey, show them something in the word, right? It could be somebody in your family. It could be, somebody off the streets, right? We don't treat them like they treat us, right? Never that, right? That's the works, right? It goes deeper, man. Like, doing something that exemplifies faith, right? Not leaning onto weapons, swords, right? Guns, right? We don't put that first because our weapon is not carnal, but spiritual. The word of the Most High is our weapon. It cuts and pierces to the sunder of the soul, right? And we have faith that the Most High can deliver us any danger, right? What good would that do you if somebody murders or unalive somebody, then you go unalive them? It just creates more evil, more lawlessness, right? Tit for tat, right? Somebody does something to you, you do it right back to them. Well, it's lawlessness. It doesn't make sense, right? It's only going to create a more unhealthy environment. And that's what this devil got us doing, right? Right? I seen somebody on TikTok yesterday say, well, I think it was an interview, man. It's very, very interesting because they were supposedly talking to the devil, right? He said, one of the things that I do to black people, right? We all know the Negroes, Judah, right? Really all of Israel. But he said they're so spiritual, I can't take that away from them. So I change, make them believe that the God of the scriptures is not the true God, right? Then he turns us against each other, right? That's what the devil does with everybody, right? So that's attacking our faith. That's why we got to put the full armor on, right? And he said, if they really woke up and knew who they were, I'll be in tough shit, right? Because he will. See, we are the children of the Most High, man, and we got to be as such. Can't no evil principality come against us when we are with the Most High. He said, if we be with the Most High, who can be against us? That's that full armor. That's that sword. We don't depend on weapons or anything like that. We don't. Now there would be righteous judgment, righteous recompense, but that is yet to come, right? And we're going accordingly, decently in order, and we're walking as such. He said, live peaceably with all men, right? No matter how mad you get, no matter what people messing with you, they trying to push you off. They trying to purposely, take you away from the Most High. Want to get you angry. They want to get you so mad, right? They'll come up to you, throw subliminals, do whatever, right? They want to get you so mad to get you off of your right path, right? They want to take you off that path. See, if people rob the heck out of you in these days, and if they can't take money, if they can't take cars, clothes, shoes, they'll try to rob you for your happiness. You can be somebody that don't even got nothing. They'll try to rob you for your happiness because they can't understand why you doing so good in maybe you going through financial problems. They can't understand why you so happy still. Why do you bounce right back, right? Why do you bounce right back after something dramatic? Why do you bounce right back after something so life threatening? Why do you bounce right back with bills stacked up? Why do you bounce right back and you poor? Why? They can't understand it. They got money, they live lavish, but they can't understand why you got this happiness that they don't. They'll try to rob you for your happiness. Don't let it happen, y'all. Keep the faith and keep strong. So I'm gonna continue to go. And it says, verse 18, now someone may argue, some people have faith, others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds, right? What is the receipts to all this, right? I will show you my faith by my good deeds, right? That's something that we should be looking at, right? You say you have faith for you believe that there is one God, the Father. Good for you. Even the demons, the devils believe this, and they tremble in terror. How foolish. Can you see that faith without good deeds, faith without works is useless, is dead? Don't you remember that our ancestors Abraham was shown to be right with the Father by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? Right, that took a enormous amount of that's a great example. Right, it says you see his faith and his actions work together, not against each other, not one and then the other not there. His actions made his faith complete, and so it happened. Just as the scriptures say, Abraham believed the Father, and the Father counted him as a righteous because of his faith. He was even called the friend of the Most High. So you see, we are shown to be right with the Father by what we do, not by faith alone, right? It's what we do. Staying away from worldly things, right? It says Rahab the prostitute is another example. She was shown to be right with the Father by her actions when she hid those messengers and sent them safely away by a different road. Just as the body is dead without breath, so is faith dead without works. Good works. It's one and the same. You can't have one without the other. Right? And it says, let me see. Let me go to the next scripture. All right. James 5:13. I'm one of this y'all all should know the power of prayer, man. That's one thing we gotta uphold. Continue to push, pray without ceasing. Verse 13. James 5:13. Are any of you suffering hardship? You should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises, right? Are any of you sick? You should call for the elders of the church to come and pray over you, anointing you with the oil in the name of the Father, right? And his beloved Son, and right. So that's just the same instance where you got your brothers and sisters in Hamashiach. You ask them to pray for you, man. Right? Tell them, vent. Tell them your problems, what you're going through. Don't have it bottled up. Right? It says such a prayer offered in faith it will heal the sick, and the Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, right, will make you well. Right? And if you have committed any sins, you will be forgiven, right? Confess your sins to one another. Pray for each other, right? Fellowship, pray. Confess the things that's bothering you. Don't just have that stuff bottled up in, right? And expect somebody to find out. See, that's how women really do, right? They want to guess what you're feeling, right? So they kind of throw subliminals and lay back, right? They want to guess what you feeling, what they're feeling, right? And that's common with women, right? But us men, man, especially us being the leaders, we gotta converse, tell each other, right? Come on now. And it says, confess your sins to one another and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The earnest prayer of righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. Elijah was a human as we are, and yet when he prayed earnestly that no rain would fall, none fell for 3.5 years. Then when he prayed again, the sky sent down rain and the earth began to yield its crops. Right? So that's the amount of faith you gotta have. Some people don't believe things can happen like that. They think it's too out of the ordinary. It's too unreachable. Nothing's unreachable with the Father, man. Nothing. It says right here, for the ones that are wandering believers, right? Restoring them. It says, verse 19, my dear brothers and sisters, if someone among you wanders away from the truth and is brought back, you can be sure that whoever brings the sinner back will save that person from death and bring about the forgiveness of many sins. All praises. I thought I might add that in there because, man, we see that much in these times, man. Wandering believers, you know. But that faith trumps all, man. It trumps all. All praises due. I know we over the time, but I'm going to go ahead hit a few more precepts. I'm going to go to Matthew 17 and 20. Matthew 17 and 20 states, you don't have enough faith. Yahushua told them, I tell you the truth. If you have faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible. That mountain can represent bills. That mountain can represent debt. That mountain can represent anything, right? The first and foremost who you should depend on is the creator of all things, right? He can do all things, man, for you, right? Before you depend on anybody else, that's who you depend on. All praises. And let's go to Luke 17 real quick. Luke 17 and 21. And it reads, you won't be able to say, here it is, or it is over there, for the kingdom of the Father is already among you. Then he said to his disciples, the time is coming when you will long to see the day when the Son of Man returns, but you won't see it. People will tell you, look here, there is the Son of Man, or here he is, but don't go out and follow them. For as lightning flashes and lights of the sky from the end of the other, so it will be on the day the Son of Man comes. All praises. So Mashiach will return. But I want to, state some, point out something in these verses, man, because it said in Matthew 24:2, the kingdom of heaven is within you. So you don't need one interpreter. You don't need one man telling you anything. See, this is why so many people, they look outward, expecting to find the Father, right? They look outward to expecting to find salvation. They try to go a different way, but it's within you, man. Hamashiach already showed us the way. It's within you. Not no other person. Not Bobby over here. Not Timmy over there. It says, let every man work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. It's said within you, right? The Father can speak to you, through you, to other people, right? It's within you. Don't let that go past y'all, man. So your pastor tell you, hey, you gotta go to church or you going to hell. No, kingdom of heaven is within you. We are his temple. Let me get that. And I'm gonna end it off with that one. 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. And it says, don't you realize that all of you together are the temple of the Father, and that the Spirit of the Father lives in you? If y'all only knew, even myself, because I'm still searching, right? What that truly, really means. I'm still searching, y'all. The Spirit of the Father is within us. That goes deep. A lot of people just, they don't like to get too close to that, but it's within us. Yahushua even called us gods. So, Don't let the devil fool you. If the Father be for us, who can be against us? All praises due. So meditate, look within yourselves, man. Continue to pray without ceasing. Hamashiach, he paid that debt, and he's coming back for his children, man. He's coming back for the Father's children. All praises due. So continue to patiently wait, family. I love y'all. I pray this was edifying and to build y'all up, strengthen y'all, Don't let nobody take you off this path, man. Don't let nobody disturb you from the truth, right? Read the scriptures, study, see what it says, and if what that person is saying is not lining up, go away from it, man. See, that's when you in love with the flesh over what the Father says. You can't serve the creature before the Creator. I want y'all to sit on that. All right, family. I love y'all. Giving all honor, glory, and praises to the eternal Father of heaven and earth, while Yahweh Shah. All praises due. Peace and blessings to you all. Till the next vid. Shalom. I'm out.